So they one that's from top.
Yeah, from top. Yo, Shalom, Shalom. This is IHOZ, Iron Horn of Zion. Hey, I'm Yasharahla. Oh shoot, my fault. That was an accident, my bad. I'm Yasharahla.
I'm a Kazawa. Shalom.
Brother Sarat, Shalom.
Khan. Hey, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High Yahweh by Hashem, Hamashiach, Yahweh Shah, because He let us see another new moon. This is officially the new moon for the 11th month, the first day of the 11th month. So we thank the Most High for letting us see another one. And so we're about to do this new moon lesson, so we can feed the sheep, edify our people. Okay. Y'all got anything, brothers?
Man, let's get into it, man. The water Yahweh.
The water Yahweh. Let me share this to my my social media real quick. Oh, 1 second. Let's see. All right, Con. Let's go ahead and pull start off by pulling Zechariah 1 and 7. Zechariah 1 and 7. We're gonna go ahead and get off into this, y'all.
Con. It's the book of Zechariah, chapter 1 and verse 7. Upon the 4th and 20th day of the 11th month, which is the month Sabat, in the 2nd year of Darius, came the word of the Lord unto Zechariah.
It said, what's the name of the 11th month?
Sabat.
Sabat. That's the name of the 11th month. That's the name of this month that we're going into, Sabat. All right, so this is what we celebrating. We say in Hebrew, Ashar, Kadash, Yurah. All right, that's as happy moon month is what it's saying. All right, so this name of the month is Sabat. Let's go to Psalms 81 and verse 1.
Let me know when you get there. You got time to get there. All right, this is the book of Psalms, chapter 81 and verse 3. Blow up the trumpet in the new moon, in the time appointed, on our solemn feast day.
It said, blow up the trumpet in the new moon. In what?
In the time appointed, on our solemn feast day.
They blow up the trumpet in the new moon, in the time appointed on our solemn feast day. We're supposed to celebrate the new moon. This is what it's telling us to do. To celebrate the new moon, come together as a people, right? This is a holy day. This is a Sabbath, okay? Let's grab Zephaniah 2 and 1 to elaborate on that point.
God, give you brothers a minute to get there.
You can bring it out.
It's the book of Zephaniah, chapter 2 and verse 1.
Zechariah, I'm tripping. Yeah.
Book of Zephaniah, chapter 2 and verse 1. Gather yourselves together. Yea, gather together, O nation not desired.
It said, gather together, O nation not desired. That's what we're supposed to be doing for the feast day. For all feast days, we're supposed to be gathering ourselves together. New moon included. People sleep on new moon, but new moon is just as important. It's a Sabbath. If we was in our land and you broke the new moon, you would have lost your life. You see what I'm saying? So the new moon is just as important. Just like if you would have broke Passover, broke Day of Atonement, broke any feast day, all of them are Sabbaths. So if you would have broke the new moon back then, you were gonna get your head knocked off. See what I'm saying? So this is just as important. All right, y'all got anything, King? Come on. All right, let's pull Sarat 43 and 6. We basically giving y'all, the fundamentals of what the new moon is about, why we celebrate the new moon and what it's about. Let's bring that out.
God. It's the book of Sarat, chapter 43 and verse 6. He made the moon also to serve in her season, for a declaration of times and a sign of the world.
It said he made the moon also to serve in her seasons for a declaration of times. This is how we know that the month is coming in, because of the moon, right? That's where the word month comes from, moon. All right, keep going.
From the moon is the sign of the feast, a light that decreaseth in her perfection.
It said, from the moon is a sign of feast, a light that decreases in her perfection. Perfection is when the whole what do you call it? When the whole cycle is complete, it's perfected. When the cycle is complete, so it says it decreases in her perfection. So as it's perfecting, it's decreasing. So that means it comes from a full moon to going dark, right? That's the middle of the cycle when it's a full moon. So it starts dark, then gets full, and then goes back to being dark. So it decreases in her perfection. Keep going.
The month is called after her name,
Mm-hmm.
increasing wonderfully in her changing.
So it says the month is called after her name. That's what I just said. That's what the word month comes from, moon, right? It says the month is called after her name, increasing wonderfully in her changing, meaning it starts as dark moon and it increases wonderfully in her changing. But the verse prior, it says the light decreases in her perfection. Keep going.
Being an instrument of the armies above, shining in the firmament of heaven.
So basically, this precept basically shows what moon we celebrate as the new moon. We celebrate the dark moon as the new moon, right? And this is clear that it's saying right here. Y'all got anything?
Precept. Numbers 10 and 10.
I got you.
Wow.
It's the book of Numbers. This is the book of Numbers, chapter 10 and verse 10. Also in the day of your gladness, and in your solemn days, and in the beginnings of your months, you shall blow with the trumpets over your burnt offerings and over the sacrifices of your peace offerings, that they may be to you for a memorial before your God. I am Yahweh, your God.
Right, it said in the beginning of our months, right? That's the new moon. And the days, these are days of our gladness.
Mm-hmm.
We're supposed to blow the trumpet over, we blew the trumpet over our burnt offerings, and it was a memorial. So, today we don't have our burnt offerings. Yahweh was that ultimate sacrifice. We don't got to deal with none of that. But we're supposed to be doing the same thing as a memorial. It's a memory, right?
Right.
We got these folly days that we keep, that everybody remembers as a memorial.
Right.
But we're doing this to the Most High God.
Come.
And it's important. You gotta know that.
Come. Yeah, this is how you show the Most High that you love him, by being obedient to these feast days, keeping these feast days. So you can't say, let's get 1 John 2 and 3. You can't say you love the Most High and you ain't down to celebrate these feast days, because He ordained for us to celebrate these feast days. This is a commandment. This is not for play. This is not because brothers feel like getting together. You know what I'm saying? And talking on YouTube. No, this is a commandment from the Most High. Like I said, you will lose your life behind this.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
Then too, we do this genuinely. We ain't doing this just because the Lord commanded it and we gonna do what the Lord commanded, but we do it because we want to. Right? Everybody think being an Israelite is dry and no personality, and brothers don't really get into nothing. They just read their Bible all damn day.
Right. Listen,
man, we get together, we gather together like Zephaniah 2:1 say. We celebrate these holy days. We laugh, we drink, we eat. It's a day of our gladness, and we enjoy to do this every time. And we celebrate more than you.
Come. We got more feast days than they got folly days, holidays. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
So bring that up, King.
This is the book of 1 John, chapter 2 and verse 3. Mm-hmm. And hereby we do know that we know him, if we keep his commandments.
We know that we know the Most High because we keep his commandments. Right? Keep going.
He that saith, I know him, and keepeth not his commandments, is a liar, and the truth is not in him.
If you sleeping on these feast days, you're not keeping these feast days, new moon or whatever, you sleeping, you a liar. Calling yourself an Israelite. You are a liar, because these feast days are mandatory, right? But like the brother said, we enjoy these feast days though. We enjoy the feast days. Once you take on the Spirit of the Lord, you're gonna enjoy doing the things that He wants you to do. You get what I'm saying? Let's go to Isaiah 66 and 23. Isaiah 66 and 23. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, we enjoy keeping these feast days, the new moon, and every other feast day it is. We enjoy it. You know, this is our pleasure to do so. You know, like I said, we get to come together, we get to feast, we get to talk about the Lord, we get to have drinks, eat. You know what I'm saying? I mean, this is beautiful. All right, let's bring it up.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 66, and verse 23. And it shall come to pass that from one new moon to another, and from one Sabbath to another, shall all flesh come to worship before me, saith the Lord.
This is in the kingdom. This is in the kingdom right here. We're gonna be celebrating the new moon in the kingdom. So this is not just right now. This is for now and later, right? So for people that saying, well, we not under the law, we ain't gotta do that no more. Why are we gonna be doing it in the kingdom, but you don't think we're supposed to be doing it right now? Why would we be keeping the commandments in the kingdom, but you don't think we're supposed to be doing it right now? Listen, like the brother be saying, niggas just be saying stuff. You know what I'm saying? They don't know what they talking about. They don't read the Bible, but want to try to, you know what I'm saying, buck up against you and what you saying when you teaching the Bible, right? Let's get y'all got a precept? Let's pull Amos 8:5. Brothers people just be running them out. When you the minute you crack a Bible open and you profess to know something, here they come. Here they come. They want to try to test you and they don't even know the Bible. But that's how people. We're stiff-necked people, man. All right.
Okay. It's the book of Amos, chapter 8 and verse 5. Saying, when will the new moon be gone?
What they be saying?
When will the new moon be gone? That we may sell corn, and the Sabbath, that we may set forth wheat.
It said, when will the new moon be gone? This is what our people are saying. When will the new moon be gone that we may sell corn? That lets you know that the new moon is a Sabbath. You couldn't sell on the Sabbath, right? You couldn't sell on the new moon. It's a Sabbath. Keep going.
That we may set forth wheat, making the ephah small, and the shekel great, and falsifying the balance by deceit. That's
our people. Our people back then was trying to, man, when will the new moon be done? Well, let me show y'all something real quick. You have something? Let me show y'all something real quick. Let's go to Deuteronomy 28, and I think it's 45. Let me make sure. Deuteronomy 28, and I think it's 45. So let's see. Not 45. It's 47.
Okay. It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 47. Because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness and with gladness of heart.
It said, because you don't want to serve the Most High with joyfulness and gladness of heart. We just read what our people were saying. When will the new moon be over with? Right? Keep going.
For the abundance of all things, therefore thou shalt serve thine enemies.
It said, because you don't want to serve the Lord and with joyfulness and gladness, you're going to do what? Serve your enemies. Right? That's a curse. Because we didn't want to serve the Most High with joyfulness and gladness, he made us serve our enemies. So what you think gonna happen right now? You don't want to keep the new moon. You don't want to keep these feast days. You complaining because it's a Sabbath. You can't buy and sell. You can't go to the store. You complain about all this stuff. The Most High will put them burdens on you for real. You think it's a burden? He'll put real burdens on you. That's what it's talking about. You don't want to serve me, and I gave you a day of rest. I love you so much. I gave you a day of rest to not do nothing. Kick your feet up. And you don't appreciate it? Okay, matter of fact, since you don't like how I'm moving, let me go ahead and let you serve these heathens over here. You sure ain't gonna like how they moving. But that's what we get. We're stiff-necked people. And right now, we're learning who we are. We're learning we're the children of Israel. We learn we gotta keep God's laws, statutes, and commandments, right? People think this is a burden. It's not burdensome. We enjoy this. You see what I'm saying? But this is our culture. This is our heritage. And it's time for us to come back to it. It's not, if you feel like any part of this walk is a burden, understand the Most High will show you burdens. So you learn to enjoy this walk. And it ain't hard to enjoy it. I love it. I love it. I'm talking about, I'm around brothers. See, back in the world, I was around homeboys that I called my dogs, my niggas, and so on and so forth. But at the same time, I knew I couldn't leave no money laying around. I know I couldn't leave my wallet laying around. I couldn't leave my woman sitting around. You see what I'm saying? I'm around my niggas right now, my brothers right now. You see what I'm saying? And I know I can leave anything laying around them. You see what I'm saying? We serving the Lord. We got something to look forward to. You know what I'm saying? I'm not putting myself in that number, but we got something to look forward to. As long as we walk according to these scriptures, we got something to look forward to. That's the difference. That's why I enjoy this walk, man. It's not in vain. You see what I'm saying? Y'all got something, King?
Just to your point, this is the book of 1 John, chapter 5 and verse 3. For this is the love of God, that we keep his commandments, and his commandments are not grievous. Right? It's not a burden to keep the Lord's commandments. And when you do keep the Lord's commandments, things are fruitful, right? You're around a multitude of brothers that you can trust, people that you can leave your children around, people that you can leave your valuables around. And it's not a hard thing to serve the Lord. But it's a hard thing to lead the ways of the world. That might be hard. It might be hard to leave things behind. Look at Lot's wife and what happened to her.
Right.
We gotta trade. We gotta trade, and the trade is not even. The trade is not even. It's not an equal trade, right? We trade in folly days for the Lord days. We trade in unequal ways for equal ways. We up. We done came up. It's not like I traded 1 for 1. I put down 1 and the Lord gave me 10. You know, we going through the curses, but we blessed, man.
That's right. Absolutely, we blessed. We got chosen people, man. Yeah, appreciate it. What?
Give me Matthew 16 and 25.
All right. The brother Nathaniel called Matthew 16 and 25, and brother Yabal called Deuteronomy 28:47. We're gonna put that next. Say Matthew 16 and 5.
I got you.
16, 25.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 16 and verse 25. For whosoever will save his life shall lose it, and whosoever will lose his life for my sake shall find it.
That's right. See, this is Christ saying, hey, listen, lose your life, meaning everything that you thought you enjoyed, all that stuff, don't let that get in the way of the walk that you have to walk. This walk. Don't let that get in the way of this, or what you need to do for the Most High. Because when you start to try to compromise or trim your ways according to these laws, statutes, and commandments, now you got a problem. You letting your lifestyle and the things that you like get in the way of this walk. He said you're going to lose your life when you try to save your life. But if you lose your life for Yahawashi, lose your habits, lose the things you supposedly enjoyed for this walk for Yahawashi, that's when you're going to save your soul. You see what I'm saying? That's what this is about. You had some Kings? When you had some? Yeah, good. All right, let's get Deuteronomy 28:47 for Brother Yabal.
That's what we just did.
28:47.
Oh.
Okay. All right, let's get Sarat 2-1. Let's get Sarat 2-1. All right, so we understand what the new moon is about, but we gonna touch on something real quick. You bring it up. Really?
All right. It's the book of Sarat, chapter 2 and verse 1. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation.
So basically, with that being said, if you come to serve the Most High, you come to keep these laws, statutes, and commandments, and the new moon, feast days, and all that. Understand this. It says, prepare your soul for temptation. Right? You already know what time it is. You already know the minute that you start calling yourself an Israelite, you put on these fringes, you sisters start covering up, you wearing your head wrap, you keeping feast days and everything else. The minute that you start this walk, the devil is coming. The devil, the haters, the backbiters, you know what I'm saying? It's coming. It's all coming. Your mama, your daddy, your sister, cousin, brother, folks in your family, husband, wives, folks, they coming. And they gonna talk about you like a dog. They gonna point, they gonna laugh and everything else. It says, if you come to serve the Lord, prepare your soul for temptation because it is coming. Right? But at the end of the day, where does your faith lie? Where does your faith lie? Your might is in the Most High God. right? Genesis 32:28. We are princes that have power with God and man that overcome. The Most High God is our power, which we know God means power. That's our power. So if God be for you, who can be against you, right?
That's right.
You have something?
Yeah, appreciate it.
Yeah.
Can you give me 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 12 and 13? Hitting on temptation real quick. Because that's what we up against. Right? That's like ain't that what's that second Ezra 7 and 57, the conditions of the battle? The things that we gotta go through, we gotta be tempted in this life. We gotta be tempted, we gotta go through things. Bring it up.
It's 1 Corinthians chapter 10, you say verse 12?
Verse 12, 13.
It says, wherefore let him that thinketh he standeth take heed lest he fall.
Whatever you thinking that you good in this truth and you girded up and you strong, yeah, you might have been lasting for a few days, but pay attention lest you fall.
That's right. 13. There hath no temptation taken you, but such as is common to man. But God is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able, but will the temptation also make a way to escape, that ye may be able to bear it.
Right. So we all go through temptation, because all our temptation is common to man. Whether you have your temptation, I have my temptation. You might be strong in this and weak in this. I might be strong in what you weak at, and you might be weak at what I'm strong at.
Right.
And every man gonna have his day. But you got to pay attention, because the Lord will make ways for you to escape these temptations, right? You may be doing something you're not supposed to, and the phone will ring and your brother will call you. And the Lord put the spirit on me to call you. Instead of you being like, nah, what? Hey, but let me hit you back real quick. No, stay on the phone and fellowship and break bread real quick.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It could be any little thing that the Lord put in your path to keep you away from temptation. But not only this, man, make sure brothers is praying
Right.
that the Lord keep them out of temptation. Because some temptation is heavy.
Yeah, come on. You see, you tempted. Our people are you tempted based off of your own lusts and desires. I forgot it's a precept that says something like that. You tempted based off of your own lust and your own desires. You know what I'm saying? The Most High don't tempt you. You tempt yourself. You get what I'm saying? Bring it out, King. In 1 Peter 2 and 21.
It's the book of 1 Peter, chapter 2 and verse 21. For even hereunto were ye called, because of Mashiach also suffered for us, leaving us an example that ye should follow in his steps.
So Yahawashi, we following Yahawashi steps. That's what we're supposed to be doing right now, right? So if Yahawashi went through it, basically we have to understand that we gotta go through it, right? All right, he left us an example. So let's go to Matthew 4. Matthew 4 and let's see, let's go to verse start at verse 1. Matthew 4 and verse 1. So we walking in the steps that Yahawashi, you know what I'm saying, said. He gave us the guideline. He gave us the blueprint on how to live, right? He did it perfectly, you know.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 4 and verse 1. Then was Yahawashi led up of the Spirit unto the wilderness to be tempted of the devil.
To be what?
To be tempted of the devil.
Now, if Yahawashi got tempted of the devil, you are no better. You are not better than Yahawashi. So quit complaining when these trials and tribulations come upon you, right? It comes with the walk. Keep going.
And when he had fasted 40 days and 40 nights, he was afterward a hunger. And when the tempter came to him, he said, if thou be the Son of God, command that these stones be made bread.
So obviously Yahawashi getting tempted. That's the point I was trying to make. Yahawashi got tempted, right? That's the point. He got tempted. So don't come into the truth and then folks get to talking about you. Folks mistreat you. You know what I'm saying? You thought the sister was a sister to you. You thought the brother was a brother to you, and so on and so forth. Now you weren't ready to leave the truth, and you want to blame camps. Now you ready to leave the truth and blame everybody but yourself because you wasn't studying the scriptures that tell you prepare your soul for temptation. If you come to serve the Lord, prepare your soul for temptation. Right? If you put your faith in the Most High, He gonna help you get up out of that situation. We just read the precept that said He's not gonna put on you more than you can bear. Right? Let's go to Sarat 51:1. You have something? Let's go to Sarat 51:1. This is my favorite chapter, talking about temptation and getting through the temptation. Sarat 51:1.
It's the book of Sarat, chapter 51 and verse 1. I will thank thee, O Lord and King, and praise thee, O God, my Savior.
Mm-hmm.
I do give praise unto thy name,
Mm-hmm.
for thou art my defender and helper, and hast preserved my body
from destruction.
The
Most High preserves your body from destruction because you serving Him. It's like this. I know when I be going through things and I get a little stressed out or whatever, and being worried is a form of lack of faith. It's a lack of faith when you worry. And so when I get to the point where I start worrying, and then I'll be like, you know what? Let me not even think about it. Let me just, give it to the Most High. I promise. It's like he fixed the situation almost immediately. You get what I'm saying? But it says, thou art my defender and helper, and has preserved my body from destruction. Keep going.
And from the snare of the slanderous tongues,
Mm-hmm.
and from the lips that forge lies,
Mm-hmm.
and has been my helper against my adversary.
It said, not only is the Most High going to preserve your body from destruction, it says, and from the snare of slanderous tongues. People want to talk about you bad, right? The Most High will protect you from that. People, they can say whatever they want to say. People can do whatever they want to do, but you protected from that because you ain't worried about it. You ain't worried about it. It's not throwing you off because your mind is set on serving the Most High God, right? It says, from the slanderous tongue and from the lips that forge lies, and has been my helper against mine adversaries. Understand this. If anybody decides to come up against you in any way, form, or fashion, I don't care how it is, whether it's physical, whether it's talking about you, whether it's mistreating, no matter how it is, if you are a servant of the Most High God and somebody comes up against you, understand this. He would turn that around on them, and their own words, their own actions will be their own enemy. Their own action will be their own enemy. You see what I'm saying? So us walking upright ain't worried about what's going on. We worry about this walk and what the Most High told us to do. By Hashem Yahweh. Right? That's what we doing. Right? It says what? Read the next verse.
Verse 3.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 3. And has delivered me according to the multitude of thy mercies,
Mm-hmm.
and greatness of thy name, from the teeth of them that were ready to devour me.
He said he delivered me from the teeth of them that were ready to devour me.
And out of the hands of such as sought after my life.
Mm-hmm.
And from the manifold afflictions which I had.
The Most High saved you from all this because you're a servant of His. Right? Keep going.
From the choking of fire on every side.
Uh-huh.
And from the mud of from the midst of the fire which I kindled not.
Now that's heavy right there. That right there, it says, from the choking of fire on every side. When everywhere you look, you got trials and tribulations. Everywhere you look, there's people that hate you. There's people talking about you. It says from the fire on every side. You do a full 360 and see trouble all the way around, or what appears to be trouble all the way around. But check this out. It says, from the choking of fire on every side, and from the midst of the fire, which I kindled not. I had nothing to do with why these people talking about me. Everywhere I look, everywhere I go, I had nothing to do with why these trials and tribulations is coming at me. I didn't do nothing wrong, is what it's saying. It said fire that I kindled not. I didn't do nothing wrong. It's just because I'm on this walk. I'm on this path. And that's the reason why it's happening. He said, son, if you come to serve the Lord, prepare your soul for temptation. All right? at the end of the day, we're gonna stop right there. But at the end of the day, this is what this is about. Listen, don't get discouraged in this walk. Do not get discouraged in the walk. This is what you got brothers and sisters for. That's the reason why Zephaniah 2:1 said to gather yourselves together, O nation, not desired. You're not just not desired by the heathens. You're not desired by your own people. You're not desired by your husband that don't want to come into the truth. You're not desired by your wife. You're not desired by your kids. You're not desired by your parents. You see what I'm saying? All the people that you love, you're not desired by them. They love you to a degree. Now open up the Bible and see how much they love you. They skedaddling. They gone. Right? But hey, you got anything, King?
Yeah, let me get a precept.
No, let's bring it up.
Let me get well, I bring it. You can just brace for something. Let me get James 1 and 12. I'll give y'all a second to get there, and I'm gonna read it. Going to what you were just doing. All right. It's the book of James, chapter 1 and verse 12. And it reads, "Blessed is the man that endureth temptation.
Mm-hmm.
For when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life, which the Lord hath promised to them that love him."
He said, "Blessed is the man that endureth temptation. When he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life, which the Lord hath promised." Grab Zechariah 13 and 8. It said, when you try, you're going to receive the crown of life. You can't get to the kingdom without earning this. You got to earn this, man. You're not getting to the kingdom like John 10 and 1 says. Is that John 10 and 10 say that? You come up any other way. 10 and 1, you come up any other way, you are a thief and a robber. If you think that you're going to get the kingdom, you know what I'm saying? Like the Christians say, well, before tribulation happens, you're going to just disappear. Like, you're going to skip all the tribulation. No, you got to earn the kingdom, man. Bring it out, King.
It's the book of Zechariah, chapter 13 and verse 8. "And it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die. And the third shall be left therein.
Mm-hmm.
And I will bring the third part through the fire, and I will refine them as silver is refined."
You're going to bring the third part through the fire. He's telling you right there. He said, I'm going to bring the third part through the fire.
"And refine them as silver is refined.
Mm-hmm.
And I will try them as gold is tried.
Mm-hmm.
They shall call on my name, and I will hear them. I will say, it is my people. And they shall say, the Lord is my power."
The people that done went through the trials and tribulations that got tried like gold and silver are the ones he gonna say is his people. Do not let your trials and tribulations defeat you. We are princes and princesses that have power with God and men and overcome. Right? Let's go back to James and read verse 13.
Book of James, chapter 1 and verse 13. "Let no man say when he is tempted, I am tempted of God. For God cannot be tempted with evil, neither tempteth he any man.
All right, keep going.
But every man is tempted when he is drawn away of his own lust."
That's the precept I was thinking about. That's the precept I was thinking about. It said, you tempt yourself. It said, but every man is tempted when he is drawn away of his own lust. That ain't nothing but a spirit. You tempt yourself. So when you get out here and you mess around, and you done slept with a sister, you know what I'm saying? And then did this, did that, whatever you done did, and you done got messed up behind it. That's your fault. That ain't God's fault. That ain't the devil's fault. That's your fault. You know what I'm saying? You done went out here. You couldn't leave the weed alone. But you done mess around and smoke something and didn't know what they put in your weed. Now you have crazy. See what I'm saying? Who fault that is? That ain't the devil's fault. That ain't God's fault. That's your fault. You tempted of your own lust, right? But that's the reason why we need to come together, because we hold each other accountable.
That's right.
That's what we do. That's what brothers is for. That's what sisters is for. We hold one another accountable. We supposed to say, bro, no, come on, man. You know better than that. You know what I'm saying? Let me get this precept for you real fast. No, sis. A sister supposed to be able to go to another sister and get what's the word? And get help. Basically, a sister supposed to hold another sister accountable, not call up a sister and you gossip. That ain't what sisters is for. The sister's supposed to be able to hold another sister accountable. You supposed to be able to call your sister up and say, you know what I'm saying? What's that precept for so and so, so and so? Oh, I don't know. Let me ask my husband. You know what I'm saying? That's what your sisters is for. Sisters you're not supposed to come into the truth and start talking about one another, tearing each other's houses down, because you got sister so-and-so name in your mouth. You got brother so-and-so name in your mouth. You supposed to leave that out in the world. We all brothers and sisters in this. None of us is perfect right now. We all trying our best. So when one of us you see flaws in each other, we supposed to exhort one another and build each other up. That way we all can get to this kingdom. Right? You got anything? Good. Hey, that's the new moon lesson. Hey, I'm Yasharahla.
Makazawa.
Sarat.
And we got Brother Mathanya. Hey, we are Iron Horn of Zion. Hey, Shalom.
Shalom.